Hello. Yes, I'm waiting for my guest to pop in. I'm waiting for my guest. I am Roberta Spate, aka Miss Burt, the Dream Pusher. Hashtag the Dream Pusher, right? So I want you to hashtag Women in Power web series. All right? Hashtag Women in Power. Okay. Um, I am Miss Burt with Dreams Empowerment Network, and I am the Dream Pusher. And I help women between the ages of 40 and 50, 40 and 50 to dust off their dreams and begin to live their life by giving them clarity, direction, and a simple plan of action. And we help you to, you know, revisit those dreams and give birth to them once again, because life happens, right? And when life happens, we put things on hold and, it's about everybody else. And we're changing that. It's your time now. It's your time. So we have some amazing women that is going to be on this this month of March. Well, I know the day is February 28th, but we're kicking it off with our first guest. And for the entire month of March, we have a wonderful, wonderful lineup. We have today Miss Lyric Hawkins, and then on Thursday, March the 2nd, we have Don Ferguson at 9 o'clock p.m. And then Miss Shamel Smith on Sunday, March 5th. We have Contessa Louise on March the 7th at, do I have her time? At 7 p.m. And Jamie Hopkins coming on Thursday, March 9th at 8 p.m. And we will be posting a full list on the Dreams Empowerment Facebook page. We'll also have the link, so make sure you go there and register for the speakers. Let's see. Yeah, so that is what's about to happen. I got some messages coming on. So where is my guest? But in the meantime, I'm trying to so you know how to broadcast. But I'm super excited. Women in power, right? Women in power it's a beautiful thing, right? So we are expanding ourselves and taking over as entrepreneurs. I have never seen so many awesome women out there, just taking over and living to their fullest. And there's still more out there. There's still so many more out there who have been doubting themselves to even feel like they are able to, pursue their dreams, or just don't know. You're just stuck. You don't know which direction, or you can't really figure out your passion. But there are so many women out here that is actually doing it and living it, and really are that's lyric there, really are just living their dreams, right? And so My purpose is to make sure that many of us get there, right? I don't want you to leave this earth without you living to your fullest. Right? That's lyric. She's just like a rock star. Late. Late, I say late. But yeah. So my goal is to reach out there as far as I can to help women like yourself to be a part, to live their fullest. She says she's on it. I don't see ya. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I'm saying I'm the only one on, been here since 7:30. Hold on, y'all. Oh, let's do a public. Trying to now. I don't want to do that. I want to just go. One. Having technical difficulties. Oh my goodness. Bear with me, please. Merrick Hawkins. Oh my gosh, she wants me to do it. Okay. Oh, tights. Look at this right. All right. Let's see. There we go. All right.
I was at a hangout all by myself.
What happened?
I don't know. I was there since 7:30 all by myself.
Wow. Because I know I did some testing, and I was like, okay, I had my husband tested and got everything, and everything was working fine. So I don't know.
It don't make a difference because I's here now, Miss Burt.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's all that matters.
So, basically, I gave you a little introduction. Larry Hawkins, Rockstar CEO of RockStar360, Brandon Company, and that you are definitely the one to go to, right? So, Women in Power is a web series that we will be celebrating and highlighting women who are entrepreneurs in all the different spectrums and realms of business. And we're sharing how we actually walked into our destiny. A lot of times we are afraid or maybe stagnated or whatever, and we don't think we can accomplish some of the things we want to accomplish in life. And you tell your story about going, graduating from Howard at an age where most people would probably give up. I also graduated in my 40s. I got my first degree in my 40s. So yeah, so tell the people who are listening, how did you walk into your destiny? How did you give birth to being a CEO of Rockstar360?
Sure. Thanks. First of all, thanks, Roberta, for having me, because me and you got this running joke about we have to create our own platform here. So I'm super excited to be here tonight and being able to share this platform with your audience. I am Lyric Hawkins of Rockstar360. We are a personal media and brand development company, like Miss Burt said. One thing, I have always been an entrepreneur. So let me just say that. But it hasn't always been easy.
Right.
People think because you're an entrepreneur that, you got it going on and, you're the boss. Nobody has to tell you what to do. But nobody ever says that paycheck is not accurate sometimes. So, I had a lot of ups and downs. I had great ideas, really great ideas, but I had a lot of ups and downs. I would be really high up and doing great, and then I would just kind of crash and burn. So there was no middle ground where you'd be like, oh, well, maybe I should do some marketing because it's getting a little slow, at the job. No, it was crash and burn. Do you hear me when I say crash and burn? 1 minute you living la vida loca, and the next your tail is like down on the ground talking about, Lord, woe is me singing old Negro spirituals. Do you hear me?
I feel you. Yeah.
What I didn't realize, though, was that you have to have this list. You have to have a list in your database of people that you could tap into and market to. And, when the ones that are there start trickling away. But you hear it and you say, yeah, I know the money's in the list, list, no business, all them little sayings. But what it is, you can't get a list if nobody knows you exist.
Right.
And so it wasn't until later on in my entrepreneurial career that I realized, well, you could be good. You could be really good. But if nobody knows that you exist, it's irrelevant. Like it's really irrelevant. And so I've always had a love for the media. I used to work at Radio One, did an internship there, but I also was in the entertainment industry back in the day. So I've always had that love for music, always had that love for the entertainment industry. But as you get older, you kind of say, man, ain't nobody going to sign me to a record deal. I might as well just go on about my merry way and be regular, But
regular. Regular.
Because when you want to be a star, everybody else is regular. I just got to be regular. And so the entertainment bug, that whole media piece, it never really leaves you because you either it's in you or it's not. And I started being really an adult intern because I wanted to take my business to the next level. So I seeked out people that were already at a level that I desired to be at. And I knew I couldn't afford their programs, but I knew I was stuck. So it's like, so now what do we do? I want the best of the best. I don't want the person over there, you know, because I'm already at rock bottom. I can't go any further down. So who's the best? But I couldn't afford the best. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be an adult intern. Like really getting the drinks, the lunch, and forgetting the forks. I had to run back and get the forks. I mean, really treated me like an intern for real, like 15-year-old, 16-year-old intern. But it was the best thing I had ever done because that's where I realized that I could still use that entertainment component of my world and my being really. And then my degree from Howard University in radio, television, and film. Like you said, I graduated at 40. I just took that whole entertainment piece and shifted it and put it in a different location, if you will. So now what I do is help entrepreneurs, business owners, kind of put their media presence together so that they can show up in the marketplace and increase their visibility in front of their potential client. So I just switched who my audience was, if you know what I mean. So I still get to edit videos. I still get to play with music. I still get to show up like a rock star, but just in a different world. And I love what I do. So I took what I love and adjusted it to my lifestyle, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. So you're telling the audience who may be listening out there or watching that it doesn't matter how old you are, because I serve women who are the age between 40 and 50 who have like put their dreams on hold to, you know, raise a family or get married, take care of their parents, or, you know, whatever. Because I too didn't really start really going after my dreams until, you know, I was well in my 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times we think, oh, you know, maybe one day I'm too old, or, you know, I'll just settle, like you said, to be regular. You know, who wants to be regular?
Regular? What's that?
What's that?
But no, I definitely understand, because you do get to a point. I know a lot of people do, and that's when I talk about that inner rock star, because we all have it. But sometimes it gets lost in our everyday world. We become parents, we become wives, we become, you know, we got this 9-to-5 job and they want us to work overtime because I got to pay the bill. And we get so wrapped up. And then, you know, at our age, we start taking care of senior parents. And now that's another, you know, added component to your family makeup. And sometimes women get to a point where they say, you know what, just forget it. I'm too old. You know, this is it. I'm just going to ride it on out.
Yeah.
And you just never, ever, 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 ever too old to do what you want to do. You just have to make up in your mind right here that, you know what, I'm going to tap into that inner rock star and I'm going to just do exactly what I've been wanting to do. And but you have to want to do it. I will say that.
Absolutely. What are some of the key things that RockStar360 brand company brings out in the individual when they're working with the individual?
Well, the one thing I've tried to focus on is greatness, you know, excellence, because there's no middle ground with me. So when you are working with me, my job is to make you just like a rock star. My job is to make sure that you show up in excellence, because there are no other options. Because a lot of clients that I deal with now are, you know, over the age of 35, you know, trying to get that second wind, if you will. And, you know, they haven't been having to shine in a long time because they've been dealing with life, you know. So my job is to make sure that they shine so brightly that they show up in their marketplace, you know, and attract their potential client. But the thing is, people come in there not really 100% prepared, not really 100% confident sometimes. So, you know, we'll bring in the glam squad so their makeup can be done. And that just in itself, as minor as it may seem to, you know, some people, that when a woman feels beautiful, it takes her to a whole nother level, you know. And when she starts thinking she's cute, then we are on. So my job is to tap into that inner rock star and let them know that you are great. And so I try to project that when we're in the studio and making sure that they show up like that, because they have to convey greatness to the person on the other side that's watching their video. So if you're coming in and you're doing a video and you're doing a video to promote your brand, your product, or your services, and you're not smiling, you don't look energetic, you don't look happy, how in the world are you going to get the person on the other end to pay you $1,000 and you don't look like you want to be there?
Right. So how did you find your way? How did you say, okay, I'm going, you know, was there anybody that inspired you to push through and go to school to get your degree, to say, Lyric, just concentrate on this part. This is your specialty. This is what you love. Concentrate on that and take it to another level. Was there, you know, anybody that you inspired you to move forward?
You know what, Roberta? Initially, there wasn't. Well, I was in a household where we didn't have any money. And it was kind of one of those things where you're not getting it, period. Zero, it ain't happening. I remember, I don't know if you remember these little sandals called icicles. They had the plastic bottom and it just had the shoestring that tied up around your ankle. They were like $2 and something. My mother was like, no. I'm like, God forbid. So I just was like, I gotta get me a job. I gotta make money. I just would never, ever, ever be in this predicament in my life. So I always just push for greatness. But what I didn't realize at the time, there was somebody, which was my mom. I just didn't realize because she's just mom.
Right.
So I'm watching her. My mother was working for NASA and she had 3 kids. It was 3 of us. And she quit her job at NASA, her good government job, and worked at the local Popeyes in my neighborhood and went to law school. Oh, girl, we thought it was the end of the world. Because we was poor after that. Like, you didn't quit your job, lady? Are you crazy? You know, and then you're going to work at the Popeyes where me and my friends hang out at. Like, your brother work at Popeyes? I was like, oh, man, this is getting worse by the damn minute. You know? Like, what the world? You know what? She went on to finish law school with 3 kids. And I remember her having a surgery. And I just remember vaguely walking up these steps at Antioch Law School in DC, and she had us in tow. Like, she did not stop. So she ended up graduating. She ain't work at Popeyes no more, but she ended up graduating and she became the magistrate in our neighborhood. So those same little kids that got in trouble, they had to go before her, and she was the one that set the bail or the bond for them to either go home on, you know, on their own reconnaissance, or you're gonna spend the night in the pokey, you know? So you you look back and you be like, wow, that took, you know, what goes through your mind to make a decision? I'm gonna quit my good government job. I got 3 babies, and I'm gonna go to law school full time. And then you start saying, as I got older, I was like, oh, maybe I did have some examples around me.
Yeah.
Because that's major.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is major. So with that, you know, watching that and me already saying, hey, I have to win, it was just a combination of the 2. And so if she ain't lose, I know I can't.
That's right.
My situation wasn't, I didn't have 3 kids. You know, as a single parent, I had one and done. You ain't have to tell me, but one time. So I was like, this is hard. Like, this thing is hard.
Sound like my two aunts. They had one apiece. They were like, I'm not doing it no more.
This thing is hard.
And they had good government jobs. They retired from. They were like, they weren't having anymore. No, sir.
Yeah, my hat goes off to those that can do it. I just wasn't strong enough. I was like, get this. This is hard. So, you know, I commend her for doing that, though. And that's probably an experience that I would never, ever, ever forget. And that just shows greatness and determination. If you want it bad enough, there are no excuses. So with me, there's no excuses in my household because I watched that. You know, no job, 3 kids, and say, hey, I'm going to go to school. Come on now. Anything you tell me now, it's an excuse.
So what was the most favorite customer or the most fun client that you had that you really like enjoyed? It was like, wow, that was just like totally awesome off the top. Because I've seen you take some, do some behind the scenes with BET and things like that, and
I forgot about that.
All up on all the, pushing all up on the beautiful black brothers, No, I'm like, they're all over the place,
Now, I will say, I forgot all about that. That experience, BET was fun because that experience, I met a lot of people, Bobby Brown, Amari Hardwick, Doug Christie and his wife, Jackie, Flex and Shawnee's. I mean, just everybody. I mean, just you name it. It's kind of like, hey, I'm backstage with, the game, French Montana. We're in the radio room. And I was just like, ooh, because I knew a lot of the radio on-air personalities that were in the room. And it was just like, and you try hard not to say, oh my God, there's Stephen Hill, who runs BET. Oh my God, is that French Montana? Is that, you start saying, oh gosh. And you got to pull it together because you're a professional and everything. So I want to say that's the best experience. But as far as like the best client, that's kind of hard. So I can't say the best, but maybe I'll say the one that I thought was the funniest. Let me say that.
Okay.
Because I will say every client I've been in there with, I've had a great time. So, I make it fun. I'm laughing, I'm joking, I'm cutting up. So I never had a client that I was just like, Lord, what time do we get out of here? So I haven't had that.
That's because you love what you do.
I do love what I do. So maybe that's why it never affected me. But I will say recently, it's probably 2, Tiana Patrice. She was doing her thank you video, to thank people for opting in. And she made us cut up these pieces of paper, right? And her threw it up in the air and said, great, you registered, thank you. And this paper flying everywhere. And she just had these wild, crazy ideas. And we didn't stop her, It was like, we're going to give you one more sheet of paper. This is our last sheet of paper. You better get it right. The first time it was paper in her hair. And I was just like, this is crazy. But it was new. It was different. It was so much fun. And then I just was in the studio with Jonathan Sprinkles. Now, if you don't know who Jonathan Sprinkles is, you've been under a rock.
Right.
He was just so good. He was just good. He was friendly, down to earth, because when people have been on Oprah and all of those big things, and you kind of like, they're like a local, a celebrity in the speaker world, if you will. And, I went up to introduce myself and I said, hi, I'm Lyric. He said, oh, I know who you are. Hawkins, right? I said, oh, yeah. That's the we got in the studio, and he was talking, and I'm in there because I'm just watching, making sure everything's running properly. And he said, "Come on over here, Lyric," in the middle of his speech. I was like, "What the world? Come on. You're going to be my TV wife." And he used me as an example as if I was his TV wife. It was the funniest thing.
Wow.
But, those two kind of stick out like a sore thumb because it was just so out of the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? But it was so much fun and so funny. So maybe those were the funniest ones, but I love all my clients. I haven't had one that got on my nerves.
What?
I haven't. I'm probably because I like what I do, like you said, that I had one that I had to push a little bit more to smile. And it's like, I don't smile. And so I push, but then when you see that you're pushing too much, I do have to say, all right, you win.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel bad if I have to do that, because I know when they look back at their product, they're not going to be 100% happy.
Yeah.
And true enough, I got the phone call, I don't know, a month or so later saying, "Hey, do you do coaching for in front of the camera?" And in my mind, I was like, I was trying to do that for free. But listen, but sometimes they got to see it.
Right.
So it's cool though.
People, how they can get in touch with you if they're looking to move their business to the Rockstar platform level.
Well, actually, Roberta, I'm glad you asked, because I work with a lot of clients at this level,
Mm-hmm.
and that's great. It's fun. I work with the Dr. George Frazier's, Cheryl Wood, Jonathan Sprinkles. We had, what else do we have in there? Andy Henriquez. I mean, really top-notch people. But where my heart is with the underdog. My heart is with the entrepreneur that just started, the entrepreneur that wants to start,
Mm-hmm.
the entrepreneur that just can't get it right, can't figure it out, and doing a crash and burn like I did, because I was a single parent and it was hard, entrepreneur and a single parent. So I always call myself the people's champ because that's who I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
The BETs are good, but my heart is with those that are going through what I went through. So what I did, I was on a webinar. I'm in the middle of a webinar series, and I had so many new people on my webinar, new in the industry, new entrepreneurs. Right there on the spot, I said, you know what? I'm going to create something for y'all because I just need you to get it. I want to give you a package, a starter kit, if you will. And that's what I called it. And I said, because they don't have $20,000. They don't have $25,000. They just don't have it. But that does not mean that they don't need greatness, that they don't need the pieces to the puzzle. And I know how that feels.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. So right there on the spot, I said, you know what? I'm going to have something. You all can come and get your videos recorded. You can get your welcome videos, your thank you, your promo videos. We're going to do a story selling video. We're going to do the logo reveal videos. And it was something else I had. Oh, your social media commercial. We're going to have the glam squad come in, and we're going to have a photo shoot. So I said, you need these pieces. Like, you can't just have one. You need all of it. You can't do graphics if you don't have any photos. You can't just run a promo video. You need a commercial too, because we got to generate leads. So, and then not only that, you need to be trained on what to do with them. Okay, now that you got them, what do you do with them?
Right.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to take one full day and train, another full day and actually record. I'm only taking 10 people, 10 to 15. 15 is my max. 10 is what I probably really need to stay at, because Roberta, you've been with me in the studio. I'm so hands-on, and I'm not going to leave it to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I understood that they needed all that stuff and 6 weeks of training after the fact, after the event is over with.
Yeah.
6 weeks of training and some what I call I'm stuck calls, not Q&A. I'm stuck, because too many times we'll go to an event and after the fact, don't know what we're doing. We thought we had the answer. We thought we took good notes, but we're stuck.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys all of that stuff and not charge you $25,000. I said, what am I gonna do? I said, let me think about this. I looked at Dr. Nadia was my co-host, and she was like, what in the world are you doing? She would give me the side eye, like, you gonna give him all of that? And I said, yeah. I said, I think I'm gonna do that for $997. She was like, and you were on air, so I could just see her kind of like, if she could, she would have pinched me, And then I was like, I'm so obsessed with my little selfie ring light. I said, I got to give everybody one of these. See, I got it on my laptop. And they need a whole kit. They need a tripod. She looked at like, she said, Larry, you need to stop. She said it on air, like, but I just really want them to win. So we are having that event coming up, and it is for those that just, hey, I need help. And we could have the conversation. We could talk about it. There's different packages. There's different plans. There's different payment plans. Whatever it takes for you to win. All we have to do is have the conversation, so they can connect with me at www.brandinglikearockstar.com, and that's brandinglikearockstar.com. And on social media, all my handles are I am Lyric Hawkins on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of them. Send me an inbox, tag, hello, hey, just hollering, I need help, what do you think? And not only that, when I get on the phone, I'm always giving value, always telling them one thing that they can implement right now, today.
That's good. That's good. Well, I thank you, Miss RockStar360, for showing up, hanging out with me and the crew here, and giving some great tips and advice. Greatness and determination is what I took from this. There's always greatness and determination inside of you. So thank you so much for taking the time out. I know you are busy being a rock star yourself, saving entrepreneurs one at a time, right?
At a time, one rock star at a time.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you having me on here, Roberta. I really, really do. I just love you, girl.
I love you too. No, my somebody saw the flyer and they were like, y'all look alike. I said, when I get my hair did, put my little hair on, you can't tell the blondes nothing.
Right, because you've been blonde too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. And I didn't think about that. Now that you say that, I was like, I guess side by side that might work. Well, I've been calling us twin power for a long time, so
yeah.
There you go.
Yes, we have so many similarities. It's funny. It's
yes.
Running joke with us, but yes. But thank you so much. I won't hold you any longer. I appreciate your time and energy, and also helping to brand my company, Dreams Empowerment Network. So thank you so much for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
So this is Miss Burt signing off with Dreams Empowerment Network, the first series of Women in Power webinar series. Again, we are so excited kicking this off with RockStar360, Lyric Hawkins, CEO of RockStar360. And coming up on Thursday is Ms. Dawn Ferguson. On Thursday at, let's see, what time do we have her? at 9 o'clock, I believe. But the full schedule would be posted on Dreams Empowerment Network Facebook page. So please go there and look at the full schedule for the whole entire month of March and register. Thank you. And remember, you have to dream big to win big.